So hey there, mirror people. So I have noticed that I believe one of the last videos that I made, where I made a comment about aliens don't use toilet paper. So we're just going to call this part 2. First of all, I'd like to make a disclaimer where I am not trying to be homegrown or anything of trying to pursue or actually implant thoughts into other people's heads. So I am an author of 2 books about mental health. And I am 55 years old, and I have seen what is going on in this world. I really don't watch the news. I don't have cable. I would rather watch The Simpsons before I watch all the bullshit that's going on in this world, because I'm not Masonic. I'm not a Mason. I don't talk about signs, handshakes, and symbols. Signs, symbols, and handshakes. But that is a part of the Masonic thing that you must not talk about. So the gentleman who makes The Simpsons, I believe, is Masonic. And you can do your research, but I will tell you that I will watch The Simpsons before I watch the bullshit that's on TV. And there's a lot of bullshit on the internet. So everybody's going to have their opinion, and people watching this video are going to share it with other friends. And there's a couple people who have given me the middle finger, like in an emoji, and I love you too, peace. And I wish I could do like some content creators do and throw my goddamn shoe at you and shit, but hey, so I'm trying to be real right now. I'm not, like I said, this is only my opinion, and like I said, I don't play video games, but I really got into the movie Fallout. It's almost like my second Star Wars, and that's why I'm waiting for New Vegas to come out. And I was hoping my friend that went to Vegas with his wife for their anniversary was going to see the set. But anyways, long story short, in that movie Fallout, the elites, I'll let you watch the movie for yourself so that I don't get in trouble for saying anything about the uppers in our country. But they plan like a Holocaust, or they plan like termination of human life. And they start selling these vaults to people. And I think eventually you're going to start seeing people are going to start selling vaults. There's a bunch of silos or something out in the Midwest that are for sale. It's almost like a freaking trailer court, but they're silos. And people pay millions of dollars to live in them underground. So, I believe that eventually they're going to drive us underground and we have nowhere to go. And all of our new life that is brought into this world is only going to know what is known as underground. Because in Fallout, they have like this picture perfect scene underground where like there's the sun and the moon and it's all like green screens and stuff. And these people believe that all this stuff is going on because like the uppers or the overlords or whatever they're called, they manipulate everybody's mind. And a few of them figure out that this is all an experiment. And I think that everything that we're doing is an experiment. And I believe that it's all about money. And to have money, you have to have war. And if you can't understand that we have the Ukraine war, Russia, you have shit going on in Europe and all that. And all these people want money. And what I'm trying to say is I believe, and I don't want to scare anyone, that there's going to be a second 9/11. Hopefully it's not going to be on 9/11 whatever, 2025. But I believe it's going to be worse than that. You know, I believe that maybe something may be detonated underwater and that may cause like a tsunami or something like that. Because remember I said, you have to take out the infrastructure first, okay? And if you don't take out the infrastructure, people are going to figure it out and they're going to beat the system. So they're going to take the infrastructure out first by EMPs, whatever. So, and I believe all part of that is these towers that are everywhere. Did you know there's some towers that aren't allowed to be at certain places? So they put trees and shrubs and shit on them and camouflage them. Like, look in your neighborhood sometime along the tree line, and you will see these things hidden in the tree line, and they got like fake bushes and shit on them. That's a weird, crazy shit. But I think the whole puzzle piece is like starting to come together now. And when I say that is all these people are going crazy about the drones. There's so many videos out there right now. Like, I have turned my phone off completely. Like, I'm done. Like, I can't do anything without seeing somebody making some stupid stuff about the drones. I think the drones are here to help us. If the drones are not here to help us, then I think that there's going to be a terrible catastrophe. I think it's going to be next year around inauguration. If I was the incoming, I would do that shit behind closed doors with no one around. Put my hand on the Bible and call it a day. I don't give a shit all these people are going to watch me do this stuff or not, but you know what? You only live once, and you know what? They're trying to take this guy out several times, and they say this is like Bible, you know, the Bible, whatever. It was 6:11, and you go back and look at the scripture 6:11. It says that he's like supposed to be like the child of God or something like that. I think he just turned his head and it missed, you know. But, you know, I think a lot of people know who I bat for. You know, I'm not a Democrat, and I'm just going to tell you that. But this platform is not for that. But I wanted to make this video because, like, I have to make, like, a second part of this video to, like, close it. Because, you know, my job is not to spread rumors or conspiracies. As an author, I have my opinion. And that's something I'm not going to write about. Okay? And I'm done writing. Like, there are no more books. There is The Mirror and The Broken Mirror. And I do discuss a little bit of stuff that I went back and... Because it's more... You get more out of it when you listen to it. So, like, I went on Adobe and had it read back to me, like, in the computer language instead of the language that I spoke in to do the audio. Dropping in 3 days before Christmas. And I will tell you that it is a hell of a book. That I can't believe that I'm one of the people that... I can't believe that I'm the person that actually did that. With my mind, body, and soul. Being this lower level kid from high school that fucking was dumb as fucking box of rocks. Had the family like a monster, a sister retarded or can't comprehend anything, and parents never graduated. I'm the only one that graduated, and sister flunked kindergarten 3 times. Like, what the hell kind of family was I in? Could you imagine if I didn't join the Army, where I would be? I would probably be like in a lab somewhere as a specimen, you know? So, but, and you all think that I talk shit about my family, and you know, I've been through a very rough family. And if I don't talk about it and disclose it, man, I'll be bouncing all over the walls. The last thing I'm going to tell you before I end my video, those fucking demons are out there. And you think that you could pop pills, smoke marijuana, and do whatever the hell you want to do? you're going to go to sleep. And those demons are in your mind, body, and soul. And when you wake up, the demons will be there. There are some people who can't even go to sleep because the demons are so bad. So, if you have demons, I think that you should purchase one or the other book. The Mirror or The Broken Mirror. If my books can help one person with, and I call it 22, so if you don't know what a 22 is, right there behind me, 22 veterans a day, their family members or their children, they commit suicide a day. That number's even higher now, I heard. And over the holiday, that number's probably going to go up. So if you are in that situation, there's always 988 and there's always 911. And some of you people have called me out and said, hey, I called 988 and they reported me. Well, you know, I think there's certain ways that you talk to these crisis lines or something like that. You know, but if it was my situation, I would call a friend or I would call somebody that I knew to talk me out of what is going through my mind. Or, you know, I have been there. I've actually spoke to a female friend of mine who I actually dated one time, who she thought she was the best thing on the planet. And he left her for another woman. And she called me while I was at a punk rock show. Yep. I was in Hanover, Pennsylvania, and this bitch called me on the phone. And she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I got this Glock beside me and I'm going to take my life. And I talked her out of it. And then she married that idiot. And now we're no longer friends. So I dated her for 8 years. And her name was Lori. And a lot of the stories in The Mirror in The Mirror are about her, the relationship about her. I want to disclose that today to you, but there are a lot of people in my life that hurt me, but there are probably a couple people, her, my ex-wife, and even my own daughter hurt me. There are some other people in the military that I really don't give a fuck about. I wish that they could just drop off the planet and never exist. And some of you people might even be watching me right now. But I will tell you, when I was Smoke Stevens or Gunny Stevens, I was a fucking asshole. I was a dickhead. I didn't care about people. I cared about my soldiers, but I didn't care about anyone else. And I didn't care about the leadership, because the leadership that I was always a part of sucked. And if you were a part of that leadership, you don't even deserve to be alive today. But anyways, that's what happens when people have PTSD. They just go on a tangent. So, and I want you to know, I'm fucking real. I got real tattoos. I got real titties, real eyes, real beard. Ain't no filter going on. Nothing. I'm the real as real. And I am the voice of the voiceless. And I'm fucking going to tell you the way it is. So, part 2. Aliens don't use toilet paper.